Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Right, I'm here to bring you the final flip through of the Gypsy Rose journal that we did as a series. I had been stalling slightly, I must confess, with regard to doing this video, purely because I was kind of debating how to actually list it, because I mean, obviously during the process of the series, you know, kind of as was the case with the other two series that I've done, the sewing journal and the Old Mother Goose journal, obviously I've become quite attached to the journal itself, and you know, I just wonder whether obviously some other people have too. So if that is the case, obviously I'm just conscious of kind of giving people the fairest chance possible to actually purchase it. With the Old Mother Goose, I did run an auction. I felt absolutely terrible because it ended up going for way more than the obviously start price, which was, you know, as I listed it, kind of with the price that I was kind of happy to take for it. You know, and I realised, of course, you know, it's down to kind of the bidders to bid what they would like to bid, but I just then felt really awful, you know, that person had to pay so much. So I kind of debated doing that again because, I mean, in fairness, that's the fairness way to give everybody a chance, I guess, to get it. And I'm not saying that I won't do that again, but, you know, kind of I weighed it up for the whole week, kind of wondering how to do this. And I thought, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it on my shop at a set time. So this journal, the Gypsy Rose journal, the Altar book, it's going to go on my Etsy shop on Thursday night. So that's Thursday, I think it's the 8th of November. And it's going to go on at 8 PM UK time. So UK time, 8 PM. Obviously, I don't know what time that would be, kind of where other people are in other parts of the world. So that said, this is obviously the final flip through. So obviously on the cover we've got the you know, failed crackled attempt, which actually is slightly crackled, so you know, it's not too bad. But I just want to say also thank you so much to those people who very generously kind of you know, gave me tips on how to do the crackle effect. So I will, when I get time, have another attempt at the crackle, and I may do it on video and hopefully have a bit more success. So thank you so much to those people who did respond. That's really helpful, thank you. But despite it not kind of turning out quite as I'd hoped, I still think it looks pretty awesome. And then obviously I've layered up these things and I've Mod Podged now the whole of the outside. So going inside, obviously the inside of the front cover, we've just got these gorgeous items from the Gypsy Rose kit. And then we've got the crochet lace down the side and then the flower here. And then on this page, we've just got another piece from the kit layered up onto some of that lovely neck curtain, and obviously, you know, the pages have been painted and then distress inked. Here we've got the doily piece and another piece from the kit. Here we've got some lace and another piece from the kit that's just been printed onto vellum. And then going over, we've just got a little butterfly on this page. We've got a ticket here and a piece of lace. So all of the items are from the kit unless I kind of say otherwise. So here we've got some book page and another piece from the kit. We've got some lace trim, and then here we've got another piece from the kit down the bottom. And then here we've got a little trunk from the kit and some lace trim and some vintage book page. Here we've got another couple of pieces from the kit. Actually, it's one piece, sorry, fussy cut round from the kit just there. And then here we've got a clock from the kit, and then we've got some lace trim. And if you recall, this page had actually stuck together with this page, so this has got a slight bit of kind of torn effect. I personally don't mind that, but I just want to point that out. And then on this page, so now we're getting into the more decorative kind of part of the book. So these are kind of just your plainer pages that are more kind of space for journaling. And then here we're kind of getting into the more decorated part of the book. We've got a piece from the kit that we layered up the flowers and the lace trim and the bow. And then here I just tucked in just a little journaling card from the kit into there. And obviously all the pages are done as pockets, but I did explain that I wasn't going to be filling them because the book is massive. It's turned out super, super, super chunky. So I didn't want to kind of overstuff it even more. So what I'm going to do is include a bunch of things to go into the journal. So then it's kind of down to the owner to, you know, decide when it's at its maximum capacity. So we'll go through those afterwards. Here we've got an envelope, layered up some vellum printed piece from the kit and a little rose there. And then gypsy caravan, sorry, and then a little rosebud here with the leaves and the butterfly, bit of lace trim and the diamante. Here we did this, did we do it as a belly band or was it just a pocket? Yep, a belly band across the page and some lace trim and a bow and some diamante. And here I just popped in another piece from the kit and it's all been coffee dyed and what have you. And then going over the page here, we've got a book page pocket and obviously that just kind of flaps up. And then we've just got a little postcard here from the kit and some lace trim and some diamante. And then we've got a couple of flowers down here and a banner. Some lace trim up the top and I just tucked in a little card for journaling there. Then on this page, I think we glued this down as a pocket, yep. And we've got some lace trim down the side, a full kind of row of the faux diamante, and then we layered up some, you know, flower and some leaves and a little bow. So it just looks so pretty. I love how this journal turned out. And then this page, we kept this page slightly more kind of plain for journaling. So we've just got a little butterfly here and some lace trim and a little flower, and then just a little gypsy caravan down the bottom. And then I love this page. We've got this huge corner pocket, layered up some elements from the kit with some lace and some vintage book page and some diamante. And then again, I've just tucked in a little piece from the kit that's just been coffee dyed there. And then on this page, I think we did this as a kind of little tuck spot. So you could kind of slot something in there if you wanted, like that. And we've just got some lace and some diamante up there. And a little button embellishment and some roses layered with the leaves. And then on this page, another element from the kit, little banner, some flowers and some of that lovely Master Builder book that I love using. And then some lace trim down the bottom and some faux diamante there. And this one is a little pocket also. And then on this page, we've just got a little rosebud, and then I think this was an envelope that just opens up, so you could obviously tuck something into the envelope there. You could obviously journal on this page. And then you've got obviously the little journaling card layered up with some book page and some lace trim, some diamante and a little rose. And then on the next page, this was one of my little fold out pieces. So hopefully it's not actually kind of glued in. I've got this horrible feeling now that it may be. No, it's okay. So it just tucks in there behind the clock. We've got some lace trim and some book page. And obviously this folds out like this and then tucks back in behind the clock like that. I think we did this as a pocket as well. Let me just have a look. Or maybe we didn't. Oh yeah, it's a pocket on this side. So I mean, again, you know, as I say, this journal is very, very full, but you know, if you wanted to leave it just as is, kind of with the amount of inserts that are in there, you can obviously move them around from page to page. So you may kind of like to do that, you know, which is quite nice. So you've got journaling space there, obviously some book page and a little rosebud. And then down here, you've got a little corner pocket with some lace trim and a little vintage button and some diamante up there. And then we did a little cluster here. All items from the kit with some lace trim and some diamante and some book page. And then we've got some doily behind, and I just thought that putting a little trunk there was kind of cute. So that's that. And then on the facing page, this is the little book page pocket, and we've kind of layered it or stuck it in as a little tuck spot there, or a pocket. And then it's just got various elements layered up with some diamante and some lace and things. And we've got the tag that goes in here. And then here there's an envelope element from the kit, layered up some other elements. There's a vintage postage stamp, and in there we've just got one of the tags from the kit. I mean, again, I didn't actually put a little tab on there because actually the journal's so bulky, I kind of didn't dare put anything else on, you know, that would kind of add bulk. So that's kind of that. And then here, this is one of my little fold out pieces. So I've layered up a couple of elements from the kit, another one here, and then this just tucks in like that, opens out, and you've obviously got lots of room there for journaling. And that just tucks back in there like that. And then you've got a little postcard from the kit that goes in there. And then in this side, you've just got a little journaling card that tucks in there. Then on here, we made a little paper clip, if you recall, and it's layered up with some lace, and that's just holding this gorgeous tag on, and that's just a tag from the kit, and I just attached some lace to there. So that's just literally paper clipped onto the side. Then here, there is a little envelope, again from the kit, and it's just been kind of glued down to operate as an envelope. I've just stuck a little chunk on there, and that just literally tucks in here at the side. And then on this page, you've got another element from the kit, layered up the Gypsy Caravan, stapled on some lace down the side and a little flower, and that just acts as a little pocket there with some book page. And then here, if you recall, we made a little belly band, and we did a little kind of tie up folding kind of piece there that just kind of unfolds. And then does that, nope, that wasn't a little tuck, I couldn't remember whether that was. Layered up some other elements from the kit, and that just kind of shuts back like that and ties closed. And then you've got some lace, obviously top and bottom of there, and a little bow that ties in the blue from the facing page, which is really pretty. And then behind there, you've just got a little journaling card from the kit. Going over the page, you've got a little cluster up here. Got some lace and things on there as well, and a little butterfly kind of on the page. And then here we made a little pocket with various elements layered up from the kit, and some lace trim, a little bow and some diamante. And tucked in there is just a little other element from the kit. And then here on this page, trying to remember now what we did here. We made another paper clip, so this is a super massive one, and we layered up various elements from the kit onto this kind of base that also was from the kit, with some lace trim, and obviously got the paper clip on there. And that was just holding this little booklet closed, and this is a kind of three-way, you know, trifold booklet, so you've got kind of journaling space like that. Layered up a little rosebud down the side, and to hold it closed, obviously we've just got the paper clip, but actually just before I do, that also was a little pocket here for this little tag that goes in there. So that paper clip just holds it all closed like that. Then here we've got another tuck spot, another piece that we just altered from the kit, add in some elements and some lace trim and diamante. And then here on this page, this was one of my little, I don't know what we called these in the end, but I did a tutorial on these, and this was kind of, I think I maybe even made this during the tutorial, I can't actually remember. But it's got obviously all these different kind of pages for journaling, and then it also is a little pocket kind of arrangement going on where you can tuck items in, and we just tucked in a couple of elements from the kit there. So love this, and looks super pretty, and again we just tie it closed, you know, which I love. And it's got some lace trim at the bottom and a couple of vintage buttons. And then on the facing page, we've got another element from the kit, and we layered up some other elements and some lace trim, a little flower and some diamante, and that just acts as a little tuck spot for another journaling card from the kit. And then on this page, if you recall, if you watched the series, I was thrilled with this page because I tried to keep it quite colourless, and actually did manage it. So it's quite colourless on here, and we've just got a little tuck spot here where we made a little booklet just from kind of some book pages, and we just stuck on this vellum piece from the kit. That just tucks in there. And then on here we've got a little book page pocket, Again, it's got a little postcard there from the kit that tucks in, and we just layered up some elements on here. And then it also was a pocket in the side, and we just got the same element here, so it kind of ties in with the facing page, and popped her in, in to the side. And then on this page, again, we kept this plainish, just for kind of lots of journaling space, so just a couple of pieces there from the kit. Same with these ones. These were kind of single pages that hadn't been glued down with another page, so they were thinner, so we've just layered up kind of a couple of pieces to kind of give interest. Here was that gorgeous cluster. I think this was one of the first pieces that we made. Love how that turned out. I love these clocks, they're just gorgeous. And then going over the page, another clock with some lace trim, and then here we've just got a little fold out piece from the kit, which just tucks into the side like that. And then here on this page we've just got a little tuck spot with another piece from the kit, and then a little rosebud and a leaf stapled on some of the lace trim down the side, some more of that Master Builder's book, and then a butterfly up the top. And then here we've just got a little cluster that we made together. Again, looks really pretty. Going over the page, we've just got the Gypsy Caravan with the lace trim. And then here we've got another vellum piece and some lace trim there. And then on this page, we have got a paper clip holding this little fold out kind of flap closed. So this folds kind of down for journaling and also up. And then underneath is obviously this gorgeous image from the kit. And then you've got a Gypsy Caravan there with some lace trim. This is also a pocket at the top, so, well, a belly band, so you could kind of pop something in there as well. And you've got a little bow at the side and a banner at the bottom. And then here we've just got a huge pocket, layered up a little rosebud with some leaves and some lace trim. And that's just got a little journaling card tucked into the side. And then here we've got some flowers and some lace on the side. And then again, these are kind of your plainer pages with lots of room for journaling here. So you've got a little rosebud and a rose down there. A bit more of that tearing going on there, I'm afraid. It's where the pages have obviously stuck together before the paint was quite dry. So that's kind of what's happened there. So just like to point that out. And then we've got another little element from the kit with some lace, a little chunk from the kit with some more lace, little flower from the kit, Gypsy Caravan with some lace down here, little rosebud and a little ticket, and then here another piece from the kit with some lace. And then on the inside of the back cover we've just got some lace trim running down with a flower, another element from the kit, and then another, it's not a Gypsy Caravan, it's a kind of carriage style thing going on there. So that's the journal. Massive, I have to say, but absolutely gorgeous. I mean, if I just give you an idea, it's kind of, yeah, over 4 inches, thick, and it's just under 6 inches by just under 9 inches there. So that's the journal, and then included with the journal, you're just going to get this little bunch of you know, journaling cards and notelets. So most of them are just as they come from the kits, but just printed on coffee dyed and tea dyed paper. So that's just a run through of those. I've got this funny feeling that there were 20 items here, but I would have to double check. So don't quote me on that. So these are kind of plain ones, just as they come, but printed on to coffee dyed and tea dyed paper. So I mean, actually these are not obviously going to add too much bulk to the journal, and these could obviously just slot in to the, you know, the sides of pages. So, you know, that's quite good for those. And then I couldn't resist decorating a few, but obviously I was very aware that the journal was massive and I didn't want to bulk it out, so I literally restrained myself to just decorating a handful. So I just took this one and I've just popped some sewing pattern paper in a little round and stapled on a little rosebud there in the corner. Thought that looked super pretty. Here, this is a sewing pattern paper booklet, which is now glued together. So that's just literally sewing pattern paper and coffee dyed paper, and then it's just got an element from the kit with some lace trim down the side. Here you've just got a little tab with some kind of linen type fabric just stitched on across the top. And then here, very similar, just got some linen fabric stitched up across the top, and also a piece of lace here also kind of stitched on. And then this one you've just got some lace trim, and that's just been stitched on across the bottom. Here you've just got some sewing pattern paper just stitched on down the side, just in a kind of ruffle. I mean, I really have tried to keep these very flat so that they are not going to bulk out the journal. So even with their embellishing, they're still pretty flat. So, you know, they shouldn't be too much of a problem. And then here, this is one of the tags from the journal, and I've just literally stitched on some lace trim across the top, stitched on a fabric ruffle at the bottom, and it's obviously just been printed on the coffee dyed card. And then the very final item is this little booklet. So this is that large piece that's in the kit, and my original thoughts when I produced the kit was, you know, to do this with this is to make a little booklet. So that's all I've done with this, is it's just printed on coffee dyed cardstock and then stitched on a bit of lace trim down the side, and then just added a few sheets of paper in there just for journaling. So it's a little booklet. So I mean, that's your thickest piece really from the pieces that obviously are being included to stuff the journal with. But the rest I really have restrained myself, you know, to not making it even fuller than it is already. So I absolutely love this, and I had an awesome time with the series. I want to thank everyone who followed along with it, and for your lovely comments and things. You know, really appreciate your support. If you didn't tune into the series and think, you know, it might be of interest, I think, got a playlist called Gypsy Rose Series, and I think all the episodes are on there. So feel free to check that out. And yeah, as I say, the journal itself is going to be listed in my Etsy at 8 o'clock on Thursday, this Thursday, 8 o'clock UK time. You know, it may be that it'll be on there for ages, you know, you never can tell. And just because I love it doesn't necessarily mean that anybody else does. So, you know, feel free to go across and have a check out on my Etsy shop, you know, see what you think. But, you know, of course, I'm not suggesting that anybody else really would even want to buy it. But I'm just putting it out there for just in case you thought it might be something that you were interested in, so as you know what time it's kind of going on there. So I hope that's okay with everybody. And yeah, sorry that I've been a little bit waffly, but I just wanted to fully explain kind of why I'd stalled before putting this on, because I really was kind of giving it some thought. And, you know, I hope everyone thinks that kind of that's a reasonable way to kind of do it. So, you know, yeah, I hope that's okay. So thanks very much for tuning in. And as I say, thank you so much for following along with the series. I really do appreciate all the support. So thank you very much. And I hope that you all have a lovely day. Thanks then. Bye.